Hi guys, this is Keefe R.D. I wrote Write a Prisoner, which you can find it on Wattpad or Inmate. You can read it for free and you can see the link below. And today I'd like to read the excerpt from Write a Prisoner, which is, you can hear me read aloud the story, the first chapter of Write a Prisoner. Here you go. First chapter is called Welcome to the Real World. New York City, what people can possibly think about this place? The place dwells by most of superficial people, business people, lawyers, artists, even taco bread sellers with their glam food truck. Starts from the superficial life, a person may need a good establishment of lifestyle in order to be able to stay in the city. Some says you don't need a huge effort to stay if you can manage to rent for a moderate living place and perhaps a juicy couch potato. One can stay longer, perhaps for a few years in the city. But sometimes what a person needs can be very tickling, as a matter of fact, such as a pair of precious Gucci shoes and a little bit of Prada bag, plus the adornment of black and white Chanel earrings. It's Chanel, right? Chanel earrings, right? Without these belongings, a person may as well die from a simple snap of a heart attack, as there's nothing can make their day better without looking sharp with bling outfit and glam look. Also, remembering there's a shopaholic group based in New York addresses their circle as an eligible socialite. And much worse to everyone's knowledge, they even put a bold label on their socialite house, exactly on the front door, entrance for cool people only. What people can possibly think about something like this anyway? But truly, the reality check, ones need money, a lot of amount of money to make it here, and perhaps many slot of credit cards before getting their hands on paycheck every end of month. That's why the place is well known as the most metropolitan city in the world. If one can make it big, they can make it huge here. Any dreams may as well be possible, just like what they said, if you believe in your own miracle. But for one girl, her days may differ from anyone else's in the city. Meet Messie Denver, the girl who always dreams of living superficially in a big city. She wants to dream big, earn big, until she hit the button and the destiny put her in a perspective of life. With a little bit of twist, and her life may as well be surprising even for herself to perceive. Messi always likes to win a great lottery of life. She'll go to the extra miles for just being superficial. Shoveling thunders will mean nothing to her, because she believes of being part of the YOLO people. Yes, you only live once. Until the day everything's going to change for her, luxurious life may seem impossible for her to achieve. The wheel of fortune may not be on her side this time, but destiny is all there. Even it is about fortune of money or love, anyone can meet destiny in unlikely places, and this is her story. It's the busiest day of the week. Monday seems last longer than any other day when it comes to regular life. Apart from what other people do in their daily basis, Messie Denver needs to catch the train before 8 a.m. and she does this every time she has to go to work. She strides herself toward the alley, clocking aside her premium cashmere of thick blue coat between the passenger seat. Usually, she always likes to wear fancy clothes, but most importantly, it needs to be good quality fabric. But these days, Messi has to dress moderately since she still tries adapting with her new life in New York City. Surely she has changed over the past few years. Back in her hometown, England, other kids used to call her the redneck because of her flaming red hair that looks irresistibly puffy and long. Also, obvious freckles on her skin made her look geeky. But today, all the past is in the past. She already knows how to put up with the proper style for herself, at least for a standard normal-looking young girl in town. Nonetheless, she's still able to live with her long red hair, which she uses a flat iron to make it straighter. As for her skin, she uses all the best option of body cream available to make herself look flawless. Now she's the new Messie Denver, who will be living independently and eagerly in this big city. However, she thinks she's all ready for the future. At least managing her look and style is the first step to change. All the train seats are occupied, and so the only option for her is to stand still among the crowd of passengers. Besides, her phone keeps on ringing since this early in the morning. The beeping sound annoys her so much, especially when some people start looking at her weirdly and annoyingly too. It's her mom again, on the phone. She knows her mom will ask whether she has already got up from bed or whether her breakfast is ready or not. Her mom always calls every morning to check up on her, but here's the thing, she's no longer mommy's girl or daddy's girl. Messi feels mature enough to take care of herself in the big city. The last thing she would do is answering her mom's call as fast as possible. Some grannies on the train stare at her, possibly astonished that Messi can talk like she's gargling liquid on the mouth. That would be the most awkward opening scene for she arrives at the office. Monday, 2nd May 2016, today. The working hours feel boring and lazy, but she needs it the most for money. All she can ever think is how many days left for the paycheck time, but she has to wait for 29 days later. Although she has been working in this office for a month, it feels like forever for her. It's just like love and hate relationship. She doesn't hate this job nor the employees. It's just the amount of salary here is very small compared to the executive people who work in a skyscraper building. She does still dream about working in the most elite group, like being an employee of any kind in the top fashion magazine in town. Everyone's standard dream job at her age is all about goes in and out a skyscraper tower, no matter what the job description is. Since the age of 15, she has already been drooling herself with a bundle of fashion magazine for women. She sees that bling-bling stuff, the glamorous outfit and purses, or even the great visionary of living in the lap of luxury. She wants everything. I know what's left for her would be blinking her eyes from seeing the runway show on television these days, since it can deliberately remind her with the pain of her early failure. The most embarrassing and yet annoying memory that she can recall, it is the failure of applying for her first job as a fashion journalist. She was successfully invited for the interview, then she attended the appointment as scheduled by the human resource, and boom, they rejected her because of one small thing. They said she needs to appear more superficial and more boldly to be part of the family. And so Messi thought, seriously? Who would think of you as a family in a place full of people possessed with superiority complex? 2 years after college graduation were enough of time for pain and failure, and before she fell into another rocky road in those years, she got an ad landed on her laptop that rainy day full of desperation and emotional retrograde. She wanted to get it all mapped out before graduation, but here's life finally offering her a nice cup of tea after all the hard effort she had endured. The ad written boldly on a screen laptop. We're seeking for peers who are capable of giving love and affection, emotional support as you can say it. Here's the job available for you at TalkPeers, our web-based counseling startup. Become one of our trained therapists and see the bright future here. Click the link below to see more from TalkPeers.com. As simple as that, which the advertisement written informally on the online site listing vacancies most searches by job seekers. And it was the only vacancy among other listing jobs that everyone was disinterested to join. It was not hard to believe whatsoever, since society's standard measurement about having an office job is firstly, looking pretty, superficial and glamour. But there you go, nothing fancy at TalkPeers. She almost lost hope, and saw that infamous vacancy is the last remaining of her effort in order to make a living. By the next daylight, she's finally able to walk on the pavement road that's surrounding by the city view, and she's officially become the online peer therapist who knows that she finally passed in so easily. And it happened so fast. Okay, wait, I have to wear my eyeglasses. Here's her another week in this small office filled with warm-hearted, kind and loving employees. Everyone is super friendly in this place. Messi usually shows her resting beach face to everyone, but from now on, there would be no reason not to smile all the time. Hey bitchy! Yes, that's super intended and normal when a person calls her that way, because Messi naturally has that sort of sarcastic facial archetype on her face, and she doesn't give a crap about it since she wants to live best on a reality check starting from now on. And of course, she returns the favor. Hey Fully, what's up? That's her colleague, sitting right next to her table. On the first day of work, Messi quickly makes best friend with this girl everyone calls as Libby the Fool. Yes, among all the employees, Libby, known as the girl who tends to talk without giving much thought to what revolves around her, which makes her literally look stupid from the outside. And sometimes a speech or action can go wrong. In fact, no one has ever bothered on questioning Libby's capability in working as an online peer therapist when she possesses that kind of personality trait. In here, as long as a person is being decent, then he or she shall pass the test. However, this web-based counseling startup doesn't require any perfect working skills, which is so unlikely in the eyes of the social majority. And that's what makes Messi feeling comfortable with this job, at least for a while. Besides the quirky part that Libby has, she's a pretty girl, appears with shoulder-length black hairstyle and bangs, fair white skin, skinny body, and not too tall. You know why they're giving emotional support for a client that is way more important than having your lunch served on time? Libby started the conversation. Messi rolled her eyes for a second, underestimating what she would say, which probably another ridiculous joke before they start working in front of the flat-screen computer. So she takes the bait instead. Why? Because it's a happy time, they said. Libby spoke, shaking her head delinquently. That's why the startup company needs someone like us, the warm-hearted people. Oh. You mean the charity time, huh? Messi snapped. Honestly, giving an emotional support is such a waste of energy. You gotta hear what everyone says in the side TalkPeers, my hotline number especially. Libby bulged at her implicitly, asking whether Messi's joking or not. They're talking shit, she added. For God's sake, Messi, why are you even here in the first place if you're not so into this stuff? Libby wondered. Don't say it's about paycheck. Well, isn't everyone into money these days? As Messi's resting her elbows on the table, she said smoothly, you gotta make a living. Don't let our Haitian boss knows what you think about her startup business. Libby whispered cautiously to her, and then she cringed. You may not want to lose your job. Or should I be terrified with Lisa the Voodoo Woman, as everybody calls her? As Messi talks daringly, the eager sound of clapping hands behind them surprises everyone in the room. A woman in her 40s appears boldly with a kind of Jamaican haircut. She wears eyeglasses and sleeveless dress, showing her exotic black skin so transparently. Ladies, she spoke while staring solemnly at Messi and Libby. I ain't gonna pay you for gossiping in the office. Remember what you're here for, y'all? I can't do the Caribbean accent, so. The office day begins and ends with their boss always motivating them with a frequent reminder of why they are working at their TalkPeers. Libby is right. Anyone should be focusing with a happy time, instead stressing out about their job of talking affectionately toward random clients. No matter how quirky it may get, it's all just about the perspective of life. Here we go. Welcome to the real world. And it's the end of chapter 1. Thank you for watching this excerpt video of Ride the Prisoner. You can read this story is still going on, so check it out on Wattpad or Inket to read the next chapters on the story. Thank you for watching.